What's up, y'all? I'm gonna give you a breakdown of how I made the beat for Workin.
Workin since day one, young still on the tight tryna make one. I been giving right back tryna chain one. Young still on my back, ain't chain none. Why you looking like?
So for a lot of y'all that have watched my breakdowns before and kind of are familiar with my process, I normally start with melody. But for this beat, it was different because this one is a drill beat. It's kind of different than what I normally make. It was a different bag for me. So for me on this one, I started with the drums in order to just practice and get those down. So with drill beats, the most important part is the hats. Hats are what give drill beats that distinct pocket. And so for this one, the first thing I started out with was the hat. So then from here, I added the 808 and the kick. The 808 is another huge part of drill beats, and specifically the slides. So how I do my drill 808s is when you first start doing slides, it could be kind of intimidating and like knowing the timing of when to do it and what key to make them hit. But for me, what I do is I just start with the 808 with no slides. It's kind of hard to explain, but I start out simple and I build just like anything else. Just like when you're doing key progressions, you start out with the bass chords and then you build. So same rule applies here. So for the melody, I knew I wanted to have a dark feel, but I wanted to be real simple and like low-key ambient. So I found this ambient guitar and then I built on it. So here's the sample by itself. And so now that I had this, the other elements that I added after that, my goal with them was to just give it more depth, one, and then to make it sound a little bit darker. I didn't want to add complex counter melodies or anything like that. So from here, I started with the piano. So here's that. So from here with the melody, I knew I wanted to keep it very simple. The elements that I added, my goal with it was just to make it sound a little bit darker and to make it sound a little bit fuller. And so in making it sound fuller, it would sound darker. So I just started with the piano. So it was real simple chords like this. And then from here, like I said, I just wanted to keep it simple. So I just layered a guitar on the bass notes of the piano. So it's just the bass notes, the left hand. And then after that, I added some bells just to fill in the high end a little bit. So I did bells on the bass notes of the keyboard as well. And then after I added that, I found this lo-fi sample of some Rhodes. What I did for it is I pitched it way down and reversed it, and it gave it like this dark atmospheric feel, and it even had some like birds in the background, and like the bird sound is reversed, and I threw on a choir to accent the chords, so it sounded like this. So with this beat, with the melody, there's a lot of melodic elements. I kept it very simple, even though there are a lot of things. And I did that by playing a lot of the same notes, as you can see. Like I mainly was just following the bass line chords of the piano that I added. And in doing that, it gave it a real atmospheric feel. More than like hearing the elements, you feel them. You feel them more than you really hear them. That was the goal with this. So this is the melody with everything put together. And that's pretty much the beat. My favorite part about this beat, like most of my stuff, it's gotta be the outro. The energy on it is just different. And especially when we added Caleb at the end of it too, it just took it to a whole nother level.